Hello, welcome to our channel. Our topic for today is feedback and control systems, which is just a review for differential equations. So sa feedback and control systems kasi, marami tayong may encounter na differential equations. So let's have a review muna all about differential equations. So solve lang tayo ng some problems just to recall on how we can solve differential equations. Okay? So since nasa control systems naman na kayo, meron na kayong background from your previous subject, differential equations, right? So reviewin lang natin. And sana nare-recall nyo pa yung mga natutunan nyo sa differential equations. Okay, for problem number 1, given the electric network shown below, A, write the differential equation for the network if V of t is equal to U of t, a unit step function. B, solve the dE for the current I of t if there is no initial energy. In the network. Okay, so solve the dE. Given the electric network shown below, ito raw, which is a simple RL circuit lang, di ba? Meron lang tayong resistor tsaka inductor connected across a voltage source V of t. So write the differential equation for the network if V of t is equal to U of t, which is a unit step function. Then B, solve the dE for the current I of t if there's no initial energy in the network. So sa part A, para makuha natin yung dE, gamit tayo ng KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. So applying KVL, summation of voltage is equal to 0 at the loop. So ito yung loop natin, di ba? So we have negative. So papasok yung assigned direction ng current natin is clockwise, di ba? So kuhain nyo yung polarity kung saan pumasok yung V of t, yung current natin sa polarity na negative. So we will have negative V of t. Then, lagyan nyo ng sign yung resistor, yung voltage across that. So, plus minus, then sa inductor, plus minus. Using passive sign convention. Okay? And then, plus dito sa voltage across the resistor. Then, plus voltage across the inductor. And then, equal to 0. Wala nang elements. All elements are considered within the loop. So, equate nyo na to 0. Tapos, kailangan is ma-represent natin in terms of I of t. Okay? Kasi dun sa part B, kailangan yung isa-solve daw nating function is yung current, I of t. So, gamitin natin yung Ohm's law. So, Ohm's law for VR. And then, yung VL, meron tayong formula. VL is equal to LDI over dt. Right? So, dito using Ohm's law for VR, bale VR is equal to I of t times the resistance. Right? So, substituting that value, magiging ang differential equation is negative V of t, then plus, so yung VR, gagawin yung I of t, or unahin ko na yung R times I of t na lang, then plus VL, which is LDI of t, sige, lagyan natin ng function of time t, dt, then equal to 0. So kung gusto nyo, itong negative V of t, i-transpose nyo sa kanan, tapos unahin natin yung L di of t over dt plus R I of t is equal, so from negative sa kaliwa, magiging positive V of t sa kanan. Pero pwede nyong palitan ngayon yung V of t ng value niya na which is a unit step daw, diba? U of t. Unit step function. So, L di over dt plus R I of t is equal to U of t. Okay, yung U of t natin, yung U of t is defined as, diba, that equal to 1 for t is greater than or equal to 0, and equal to 0 for t is less than 0. So, ito yung sagot sa A. Tapos, dun sa part B, isosolve na raw natin yung DE for I of t, given that there is no initial energy in the circuit. So, wala daw stored energy, particularly sa inductor, kasi nag-i-store ng energy yung inductor, di ba? So, wala siyang initial current and also initial voltage, right? So, solve ngayon natin tong DE. Solving the DE. So, kailangan ma-recognize nyo kung anong type ng DE ito. So, this is actually first order linear differential equation, right? It takes the form, kung gagamit tayo ng variable y tsaka x, it takes the form dy over dx plus p of x times y is equal to q of x. So, kung nare-recall nyo yung differential equations nyo, linear differential equations, first order. Pero, ayusin lang natin, i-manipulate lang natin, kasi yung derivative dapat natin is free from coefficient or 1 lang yung coefficient niya. Alisin natin itong L kay di over dt. Right? So, di-divide natin or multiply natin to both sides by 1 over L. So, distribute, magiging, ito, cancel na itong si L dito, di of t over dt plus, So, itong R, mamumultiply yan ng 1 over L, magiging R over L times I of t. And then ito ring U of t, mamumultiply yan ng 1 over L, so magiging 1 over L U of t. Okay, so since we're dealing naman with time t greater than 0, pwede nyo na itong palitan yung U of t, gawin nyo na siyang 1. Okay, 1. Kasi by definition, di ba, yung unit step function, for time t greater than or equal to 0, its value is 1. So, magiging, simplifying further, di of t over dt plus r over L I of t is equal to 1 over L. Yan. So, nasa standard, ano na siya? Standard form ng linear, first order linear DE. Right? So, paano i-solve ito? Gagamit tayo ng integrating factor. Integrating factor, or IE for short, equal to e raised to integral ng P of t dt. Kasi kung ipapattern natin yung given DE dito, bale yung I is yung dependent variable na y dito, tapos t yung independent variable na x dito. Okay, so therefore yung DE natin takes the form di over dt plus a function of x na p of x, which is pwedeng function of t na p of t times I equal to q of x, which is this time dito kapag yung independent variable is t, q of t. Right? So ano ngayon yung value ng p of t? Therefore, p of t is, kung ipapattern nyo, yung nakamultiply kay I, r over L. Right? R over L. And then yung q of t, yung function of t na nasa right side, although constant lang siya, it is 1 over L. Yan. So therefore, pag hinanap natin yung integrating factor, IF, so IF is equal to e raised to the integral of p of t, which is r over L. So r over L dt. So constant lang naman yung r over L. So igilid nyo na lang. So e raised to r over L integral ng dt, or e raised to r over L integral ng dt is t. Therefore, the integrating factor is e raised to r over lt. Paano yung general solution? So pag may integrating factor na tayo, pwede nyo nang i-plug in sa general solution ng linear DE, which is given by the dependent variable I times the integrating factor equal to the integral of q of t times the integrating factor dt plus a constant of integration. So, bale, I times integrating factor na nakuha ay e raised to r over lt equal to the integral ng q of t, which is 1 over L, right? 1 over L, integrating factor again, e raised to r over lt dt plus c. So, yung 1 over L is a constant, pwede nyo na lang ilabas ng integral. So, 1 over L, integral ng e raised to r over lt dt plus c. So, paano mag-integrate ng e raised to r over lt? So, shortcut formula, di ba? Integral ng e to the ax dx is equal to 1 over a e to the ax plus c, where a is yung coefficient ng x. This time, t yung independent variable natin. So, yung a is the coefficient ng t, which is r over L, right? So, therefore, 1 over L, integral nito is, applying the shortcut formula, 1 over A, which is R over L, then copy the same function, e raised to R over LT plus C. So, simplifying itong part na to, 1 over L times reciprocal ng R over L, that's L over R. So, cancel to. Matitira is 1 over R. 1 over R e raised to R over LT plus C. Yung left side natin, take note, that's copy lang natin, I e raised to R over LT. Tapos, pwede nyong isolve si I as a function of time. Naka-separate lang siya sa left side. Pwede nyong i-multiply to both sides or divide both sides by e raised to R over LT. So, cancel to. Bali I, distribute. So, dito, makakancel nyo si e raised to R over LT. So, matitira is 1 over R plus C over e raised to R over LT. Or kung gusto nyong iangat si E, magiging negative exponent siya. Magiging C e raised to negative R over LT. So, ito yung value ng current. Pero, hanapin din natin si constant. Okay, paano mahanap si constant? May condition sa problem, yung sabi, there is no initial energy in the network. Ibig sabihin, at time t is equal to 0, yung I natin, I at 0 or I of 0 is also 0. Right? So, pag pinalit natin, I of 0 is equal to 1 over R plus C e raised to negative R over L. So, yung t papalitan nyo ng 0. But I of 0 is 0, right? Equal to 1 over R plus C e raised to negative R over L times 0 is 0, which is equal to 1. So, 0 is equal to 1 over R plus C times 1 or C na lang. Therefore, solving for C, transpose si 1 over R sa kaliwa, negative 1 over R is equal to C. So, i-substitute nyo ngayon dito, substitute nyo ngayon sa general solution natin na to, yung nakuhang C, which is, yung C is negative 1 over R, then times e to the negative R over LT. Okay, o kung gusto nyo, i-factor out nyo si 1 over R, I of t is 1 over R times 1 minus e to the negative R over LT. So, ito yung sagot natin for part B. I of t is equal to 1 over R times 1 minus e to the negative R over LT. Okay, next, number 2. Repeat problem 1 using the network below. Assume R is 2 ohm, L is 1 Henry, and 1 over LC is 25. So, panibagong circuit naman, or network. Pero same lang dun sa gagawin sa problem 1. Find the differential equation and then solve the DE. Okay, so repeat problem 1, ibig sabihin, hanapin din natin yung part A and B, right? Part A and B, so create the DE tsaka solve the DE. Pero, iba nga lang yung circuit ngayon or yung network. Ano na siya? RLC, right? So, second order. Tapos, may mga value tayo ng resistance daw nung R is 2 ohm, inductance L is 1 Henry, tas yung 1 over LC is 25. O sige, mag KVL tayo for part A, hanapin natin yung DE, di ba? So KVL summation of voltage is equal to 0 at the loop. So, lagyan nyo ng sign, yung voltage across resistor, plus minus, sa inductor, plus minus, capacitor, plus minus. Okay, so dito muna sa voltage V of T. So, papasok uli yung assigned direction ng current na clockwise sa negative polarity. So, magiging negative yung sign ng V of T natin. Then, plus, okay, plus voltage across resistor, VR, plus voltage across inductor, VL, then plus voltage across capacitor, VC. Then, equate na to 0, all the elements are already considered. Tapos, dahil si I of T ang isa-solve natin, i-represent natin lahat ng VR, VL, VC in terms of I of T. So, alam na natin itong VR and VL, di ba? So, negative V of T plus ano si VR using Ohm's law? That's R I of T. Ano si VL? Yung formula kanina, that's L di of T over dt. Or kahit, sige, ano yun na lang natin. Gawin na lang natin I. Obviously, ano naman matic naman yon, function of time yung I. Okay. How about VC? Ano naman yung equation natin for VC in terms of I? So that's equal to 1 over C integral from 0 to T ng I dt. Tapos, pwede nyo lagyan ng initial plus the initial voltage across the capacitor at T is equal to 0. Right? So, therefore, pwede nyo palitan yan. Itong VC ngayon, neto. Bali, in terms na siya ng I, di ba? So, plus 1 over C integral from 0 to T I dt plus initial value of the voltage across the capacitor V sub 0 equal to 0. Yan. Tapos, pwede nyong i-transpose uli itong negative V of T sa kanan. So, copy na lang natin to. Then, magiging positive V of T na siya. Okay. Yan. Pero, ang meron tayo is hindi differential equation. Anong meron tayo? Integro differential equation kasi merong derivative tsaka integral. So, combined. Integro differential siya. So, alisin natin yung integral. gawin lang nating differential. Pwede nating i-derivative. Okay, i-derivative natin both sides with respect to time. So pag derivative natin yung R is a constant, pero yung I is a function of time, so mangyayari magiging R di over dt. Right? Plus, sa didistribute nyo yung derivative operation. Yung LDI over dt, pag differentiate niya with respect to time, again yung L, constant lang siya, copy. So, naka-first derivative na yung I, i-derivative mo pa uli with respect to time, magiging second derivative na siya. So, d squared I over dt squared na. Plus, so dito naman, applying the fundamental theorem sa calculus, yung pangalawa ata yun. Kapag nag-derivative ka ng integral, okay, ang kalalabasan lang yan, kasi ito integral to, i-derivative mo with respect to time. So that's just equal, yung 1 over c, copy lang kasi constant lang siya. Magiging I na lang. Okay, I. Plus, so derivative ng VC of 0 kasi constant lang siya. Derivative mo with respect to time, 0. Right? Then equal, so constant lang din ito. Kasi unit step siya, di ba? Remember, ginaya lang natin yung problem A. Sabi, repeat problem A. So dapat, yung V of t natin is a unit step din. Right? Okay? So unit step siya. So, dalawa lang naman yung values nung u of t, 1 or 0, which is considered as constant. So, pag dinerivative natin tong unit step, kasi unit step yan, which is either 1 or 0 lang na constant, derivative ng constant is 0. Okay. So, bale, so wala na to. Ito na yung DE natin. Pero, papalitan natin ng value. Sige, alisin natin, or rewrite lang muna natin. Unahin ko tong highest derivative, LD squared I over dt squared plus RDI over dt plus 1 over CI equals 0. Alisin ko itong L, multiply ko by 1 over L both sides. So, distribute, so makakancel dito si L, magiging d squared I over dt squared plus, so R over L, right? R over L, di over dt, then plus 1 over L times 1 over C, 1 over LC, I, equal to 0. Saka natin ipalit yung value ng R, L, tapos tamang-tama may 1 over LC value tayo, di ba? So, yung R natin is 2. Sige, copy natin yung mga value. Okay. So, magiging t squared I over dt squared plus R is 2 over L is 1 di over dt plus 1 over LC as a whole, 25, right? Times I equals 0. Or ito ay 2 over 1 or 2 na lang. So, ito yung differential equation. Sagot sa part A. Okay? Next, dun naman sa part B, isosolve daw natin yung differential equation. So, identify natin kung anong type ng DE ito. Higher order siya, particularly second. Second order kasi may second derivative ng I. Ano siya? Homogeneous linear differential equation, second order, with constant coefficient, right? Coefficient is 1, 2, 25. So, apply natin yung natutunan natin doon sa pag-solve ng Second order, linear homogeneous DE with constant coefficient. So, homogeneous siya kasi 0. 0 yung right side ng DE. Pag non-homogeneous, di ba, meron kayong other function sa right side, so hindi 0. Pero since 0 ngayon, homogeneous lang siya. So, kailangan natin ng auxiliary equation. Okay, so auxiliary equation, makukuha yon sa coefficients ng mga derivatives. Kasi pwede nyo itong gawing, kung gagamit kayo ng differential operator, di ba, that's equal to d squared plus 2d plus 25i equal 0. Okay? So pag etong d natin is the differential operator. D is equal, or d to the n is, kapag minultiply mo to sa I, it's the same as d to the n over d to the n over with respect to whatever independent variable. In our case is t. So pag tinabihan mo to ng I, let's say, ginawa kong dni, kukuhain mo ngayon yung nth derivative ng I with respect to any independent variable, let's say t. So that's d to the ni over dt to the n. May n pala yan. Okay. So, transform lang natin into differential operator yung DE. Kasi kapag naka-differential operator, so magiging f of d nyo, f of d is yung d square plus 2d plus 25. And makukuha nyo yung auxiliary equation, or in short, AE, using the equation f of m is equal to 0. So, papalitan nyo lang yung d ng m. So, m squared plus 2m plus 25 is equal to 0. Then, solve natin itong quadratic equation. So, hindi kasi siya factorable right? So, using quadratic formula, so m is, ano si A natin? 1, B natin 2, C natin 25, right? Quadratic formula, negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So negative 2b plus minus b squared, so 2 squared minus 4a1 times c 25 divided by 2 times a1. So negative 2 plus minus the square root of 2 square is 4. Negative 4 times 1 times 25. Negative 100 divided by 2 times 1, 2. So negative 2 plus minus. So 4 minus 100, negative 96 over 2. So negative 2 plus minus. Pwede pa ba itong i-simplify? Negative 96. Pwedeng i-extract natin yung 16. Diba? 16 times 6 yan, diba? So, lalabas si 16 kasi perfect square. So, negative 2 plus minus 4 square root of 6, kasi may negative ka, magkakaroon ka imaginary, I over 2. So, distribute mo yung 2, bale, negative 1 plus minus 2 square root of 6i. O, paano yung solution pag ganyan? Kapag yung m mo is complex number, complex roots. Diba, that's so kukuhain na natin yung general solution So bale ay dependent variable is equal, so dahil second order tayo, diba? Second order, meron tayong dalawang constants, C1, C2. So C1, e to the negative 1x cosine 2 square root of 6t. Okay, plus C2, e to the negative 1x din, sine naman. So, di ba kapag complex conjugate of each other yung roots, meron kang pair ng cosine and sine palagi. So, just recall yung natutunan niyo sa mga different cases sa pag-solve ng homogeneous DE. Meron tayong yung case 1 is yung unique roots ng auxiliary equation. Case 2, yung repeated roots. Tapos case 3, yung complex conjugate roots. So case 3 ngayon ito. So sine 2 square root of 60. Anyway, review na lang naman to. So dapat alam niyo na to. Okay. Or, sige, ano na lang siya? Negative x. Right? Okay. So ito yung general solution. Remember, may condition tayo. Parang dun sa problem 1, there is no initial energy. Diba? Yun din yung condition natin dito sa problem 2 para ma-solve yung C1, C2. So, yung condition is there is no initial energy in the network. Okay? So, dalawa dapat yung condition natin pag second order. Okay? Pwedeng meron tayong I of 0 and equal to something and di of 0 over dt equal to something. Okay? At t is equal to 0. Right? Para ma-solve natin yung C1 at C2 kasi dalawa na yung ano natin eh, yung constant of integration or yung arbitrary constants natin. Di tulad sa problem 1, isa lang. So nag-enough na yung condition na at t is 0, I of 0 is equal to something. Pero kapag second order, dalawa yung C1, C2, at least 2 dapat yung condition. Or to be exact, dalawa. So, pwedeng I of 0 may value ka or first derivative ng I at 0 is equal to something. So, paano kukuhain yun? So, etong at t is equal to 0, so dapat I of 0 is equal to 0, right? Kasi walang initial energy. Paano yung di of 0 over dt? So, pwede natin gamitin yung formula sa inductor, 'di ba, yung VL is equal to di over dt. I mean LDI over dt. Or kung kukuhain natin yung V sub L of 0 equal to L di of 0 over dt, 'di ba ito yung kailangan natin? Divide natin both sides by L. So, B sub L of 0 over L is equal to di of 0 over dt. Pero ano yung value ng V sub L over 0? V sub L of 0, right? Etong L, alam natin na, ano nga ba yung L? L natin is 1 ata. Okay, 1. So, over 1 na to. So, V sub L of 0 over 1, di of 0 over dt. Or, simply, V sub L of 0. So, paano makuha yung V sub L of 0? Sige, analyze natin yung circuit. Itong original circuit. Okay. 'Di ba yung unit step? 'Di ba this is a unit step? Okay, ano ba yung unit step? Unit step is equal to 1 if t is greater than or equal to 0 and 0 if t is less than 0. So, assuming at T is less than 0, right? Ibig sabihin, ano yung value natin dito? Dito sa voltage source, 0. Kapag yung voltage source ay 0, ano yun? Acts as a short. So, may makukuha ba tayong current? I of 0, I of T, sige, lagyan natin ng kapag less than 0, lagyan natin ng negative sign. Ibig sabihin, wala pa siya sa 0, less than 0 pa siya. Is equal to 0. Right? So, ibig sabihin, so wala kang current dito. I of T mo is 0. At time T less than 0. Pero at T is greater than or actually equal to 0, okay, positive, sabihin, nag-start na siya, nasa 0 na siya. So, pwede mo nang ibalik yung voltage source, right? Kasi, meron ka ng value, 1, which is a DC, right? 1, kasi constant lang. Plus, minus. So, 1 volt ito. Anong mangyayari? So, yung voltage across the capacitor kanina, so V, kanina at V sub C 0 negative is 0. Right? Wala kang voltage, wala kang current, or yung supplied mo is 0. Yung V sub L at 0 negative is 0. Ganon din sa V sub R at 0 negative is 0. Pero ngayon at T is equal to 0 positive, so ano na yung magiging value mo ng V sub R? Or ito muna yung I sub 0 positive. Okay? 0 pa rin dapat. 0 pa rin kasi characteristic ng inductor yon. It cannot change its current instantaneously. So mararating nyo pa yon once na mag-start pa lang mag-time T is equal to 0. Instantaneous, parang transient, right? So ang ibig sabihin, so although meron ka ng 1 volt dito, pero at transient time, pagka value pa lang nung unit step na 1, hindi pa mababago yung current na yan. Magiging 0 pa rin. Kasi nga, the inductor cannot change its current instantaneously. So, ibig sabihin, pag nag-KVL tayo dito, so, di ba, nakuha na natin yung KVL dyan. KVL kanina is in terms of yung mga parameters or yung mga voltage drop. Ito, di ba? Okay, ito is negative 1, right? Plus, di ba yung VR is I times R. Pero, yung current pa rin sabi natin is 0. So, 0 times any resistance is 0. Plus, okay, yung VL. So, etong VL, pwede nating palitan siya ng L di of 0 over dt, right? Plus, so kasi yung VC kanina, 1 over C integral from 0 to T ng I dt. Okay, which is plus ano ba ito? Plus B sub 0 over 0. So, at I of 0, di ba 0 yan? So, therefore, wala rin siya. equal plus 0 equal to 0. So pag sinolve natin ngayon ito, di of 0 over dt, so transpose nyo lang tong negative 1, or actually, dapat VL. VL na lang gamitin natin. Okay? Pwede rin namang VL. Kasi dependent siya sa current. Okay? Remember, yung I of t natin, hindi natin siya ginawang 0. Yung LDI over dt, okay, function of time siya. Kaya, pwede nyong i-retain. So, VL is equal to 0. Therefore, VL natin, transpose nyo sa kanan is 1. So, kaya, ang ipapalit nyo ngayong value dito is dito sa hinanap nating condition for di of 0 over dt. Diba that's equal to VL na lang, which is 1. Okay? So, yan lang naman yung kailangan natin. Kailangan natin ng value ng I of 0, which is 0, tapos value ng di of 0 over dt, which is 1. Para ma-solve si C1 and C2. Okay? So, kuhain muna natin yung condition 1. So, at t is equal to 0, I of 0 is equal to 0. So, bale 0 is equal to C1 e to the 0 cosine 2 square root of 6 times 0 plus C2 e to the 0. Papalitan nyo yung mga, sorry. Bakit x yung ginamit ko dito? It should be t. Hindi ko napansin. Okay, kanina, paghihin natin. It should be t. Kasi nasanay tayo sa x eh. Okay, consistent dapat na t yung variable, independent variable. So, palitan natin yung mga t ng 0. So, e to the 0 sine 2 square root of 6 times 0. So, bale 0 is equal to C1, e to the 0 is 1. Tapos, cosine 0, 1, right? Plus C2, 1 din. Then, sine of 0, 0. So, matitira, ito 0 na yan, right? 0 is equal to C1 times 1. So, C1 pala is 0. Okay? So, therefore, meron na tayong, pag sinubstitute natin yung C1 na dito, diba 0? So, mawawala na to. Magiging I of t na lang natin is C2 e to the negative t sine 2 square root of 60. Okay? So, para ma-solve naman si C2, gamitin na natin yung at t is equal to 0, di over dt is 0. I mean, ano ba yun? 1. 1 pala, right? Ito. Yung dinerive natin kung bakit naging 1 yung value. So, ibig sabihin, i-derivative natin to. So, di over dt is constant lang tong C2. So, i-derivative natin to. Product rule, right? So, derivative ng UV is equal to UdV plus PdU. Product rule for derivatives. So, copy muna. Let's say ito si U. Tapos ito si V. Copy muna si U. E to the negative T times derivative ni V. Derivative ng sine is cosine. Cosine, copy lang tong 2 square root of 60 by chain rule times the derivative of 2 square root of 60. edi 2 square root of 6. Okay? Plus, sige, itong C2 naka-factor out. Then, V naman, copy, which is yung sign, 2 square root of 60 times the derivative ng e to the negative t naman, yung du, right? Bale, e to the negative t by chain rule times the derivative ng negative t, negative 1. So, simplifying C2 is equal to C2 times the quantity. So, unahin ko tong 2 square root of 6 e to the negative t cosine 2 square root of 60, and then unahin ko tong negative. So, minus e to the negative t sine 2 square root of 60. Okay. Tapos, i-evaluate na natin. So, ito na yung di over dt. So, at t is equal to 0, di over dt is 1. So, ito is 1 equal to C2, 2 square root of 6 e to the, sa lahat ng mga t, papalitan nyo ng 0. Then, cosine 2 square root of 60, 0, minus e to the negative t, 0, sine 2 square root of 6 times 0. So, magiging 1 is equal to C2. So, 1 na yan. 2 square root of 6 times 1, cosine 0 or 1, right? Minus 1 din. Ito is sine 0 or 0. So, wala na to. Matitira is 1 is C2 times 2 square root of 6. Okay? Ito. Then, divide both sides by 2 square root of 6. C2 is 1 over 2 square root of 6. Yan, kompleto na tayo. Therefore, yung pinaka-final answer, diba ito na yung equation natin? Copy natin. Papalitan na lang natin yung C sub 2 ng 1 over 2 square root of 6, then times e to the negative t, sine 2 square root of 60. So, ito yung sagot sa I of t. I of t is 1 over 2 square root of 6 e to the negative t sine 2 square root of 60. Okay, sige. Next. Problem number 3. Solve the following DE using classical method. Assume 0 initial conditions. Solve the following DE using classical methods. Assume zero initial condition. So ano ba yung classical method? Yung classical method is kung ano lang yung normal way ng pag-solve ng DE. Kasi 'di ba, marami tayong methods ng pag-solve ng DE. Okay, particularly kapag yung mga DE is homogeneous linear differential equation or even non-homogeneous, 'di ba? Pwedeng yung classical method nga. So maraming methods maraming ways sa classical methods. Okay, pwede yung methods of undetermined coefficient, variation of parameters, reduction of order, etc. Or even, hindi na kasi classical kapag ginamitan natin ng Laplace. So, one of the efficient methods to solve D is using Laplace. Okay? Especially kung may zero initial conditions tayo. So, hindi raw yun yung gagamitin natin. So, yung classical. Anyway, kapag nag-proceed tayo sa next lessons, i-recall din natin yung Laplace. So, magkakaroon din tayo ng discussion doon on how to solve DE using Laplace. Pero ngayon, sige, classical method muna. So, para ma-review nyo rin yung pag-solve ng DE. So, for A, dx over dt plus 7x is equal to 5 cosine 2t. So, ano siya? Linear ulit. Linear, di ba? Linear DE. First order. So, anong ginawa natin dun sa first problem? Linear DE rin yun, di ba, na first order. Hanapan natin ng integrating factor. Okay, ito nga lang, ang dependent variable is x. So, linear siya, linear DE in x. Okay, so it takes the form dx over dt plus p of t times x is equal to q of t. Bale, yung p of t is yung nakamultiply na function of t kay x, which is 7, di ba? Tapos yung q of t, yung function of t sa right side, which is 5 cosine 2t. So, integrating factor is e raised to integral ng p of t dt. Same formula kanina. E raised to the integral ng p of t is 7, then dt. So, e raised, so constant lang si 7 labas, integral ng dt, e raised to 7, integral ng dt is t. So, ang integrating factor is e to the 7t. So, general solution, or GS for short, again, dependent variable, x, di ba? Times the integrating factor equal to the integral of, so, q of t times the integrating factor dt plus c. So, substitute x times integrating factor is e to the 7t. Okay. Equal to the integral, ano yung q of t natin? 5 cosine 2t. Times the integrating factor ulit, e to the 7t dt plus c. So, ang problema na lang natin is i-integrate natin to yung integral ng 5 e to the 7t cosine 2t dt. So, pwede tong isolve using integration by parts. Okay. Sige, labas natin tong 5. Tapos e to the 7t cosine 2t dt. So mag-ano na lang tayo, mag-tabular method or DI method. Using IBP via DI method. So alam nyo ba yung DI method? Okay. So D tsaka I, hanap ng i-derivative tsaka integrate. Pero kapag pair ka ng E tsaka cosine, pwede mo naman pagbalik ta rin or kahit anong piliin mong D or I, pwede. So sige, pipiliin ko na lang is sa D is e to the 70. Tapos sa I is cosine 2t. Tapos i-differentiate mo to. Derivative ng e to the 70. 7e to the 70. Integrate mo naman yung cosine 2t. Diba? That's 1/2 sine 2t. Ito, case 2 to ng DI method. Bale, dalawang beses tayo magdi-differentiate and integrate. So, isa pa. Derivative pa natin yung 7e to the 70. Bale, 7 times 7e to the 70. Or 7 times 7, 49. Tapos isa pa, integral ng 1/2 sine 2t. Bale, 1/2 times, integral kasi ng sine 2t is, bale, negative 1/2 cosine 2t. So, 1/2 times negative 1/2 magiging negative 1/4. Right? Yan. Yung case 2 ng DI method, kapag nakita nyo na yung last row is pareho na yung main function sa original integral, di ba naulit na yung e to the 70 tsaka cosine 2t, ito yung original integral natin. Stop na kayo doon. Case 2 to ng DI method. So, paano ngayon isusulat yung sagot? By the way, lagyan nyo pala ng alternating sign dito, plus minus, plus, okay, part yun ng DI method. So, ganito gagawin nyo, product nitong diagonal terms. So, sige. So, ang hinahanap natin is, ito muna yung integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t dt. So, product nito, including yung sinulat kong sign convention sa gilid. So, positive, unahin natin yung coefficient, 1/2 e to the 70 sine 2t. Then next, ito naman. So, yung constant muna, tsaka yung mga sign. Negative 7 times negative 1/4. So, positive 7/4. Then, yung mga function, e to the 70 cosine 2t. Tapos, plus the integral ng product ng term sa last row. So, plus integral nitong 49 e to the 70 times negative 1/4 cosine 2t dt. So, konting simplification, especially dito sa integral part, sa right side. Copy lang natin. Ito. Tapos, simplify natin. Ilabas natin yung constant. So, 49 times negative 1/4. Diba? That's negative 49/4. Tapos, integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t dt. So, naulit yung integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t. Pwede nyo ngayong i-transpose sa kaliwa itong negative 49/4. Integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t. So, bale, integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t dt plus na siya. From negative, magiging positive 49/4 integral of e to the 70 cosine 2t dt. Then, copy lang ito, yung two terms sa right side. Tapos, i-combine nyo ngayon ito. Combine nyo to. So, 1 yung coefficient nito, tapos ito is 49/4. Add nyo, 1 plus 49/4. In improper fraction, that's 53/4. Right? Tapos, copy yung integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t dt. Still equal to the same term sa right side. Copy. So, alisin natin tong coefficient na 53/4. Kasi ang gusto lang ma-solve is integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t dt. Multiply natin both sides sa reciprocal ng 53/4, which is 4/53. Okay? So, makakancel na yan dito sa left side. So, magiging integral ng e to the 70 cosine 2t dt. So, dito rin sa right side, i-multiply natin by 4/53. Okay, so pag in-distribute, so 4/53 times 1/2. So, ilan yan? Makakancel mo tong 2. 4, 2 na lang. So, 2/53 e to the 70 sine 2t. Okay, plus, so dito naman, makakancel mo si 4. Okay, matitira is 7/53. Right? 7/53 e to the 70 cosine 2t. Yan. Pero, may times 5 pa pala tayo kanina, di ba? Ato, may times 5 ka pa. So, ito times 5 mo pa to. So, 5. Okay? So, distribute the 5. Bale, 5 times 2, 10/53 e to the 70 sine 2t. Tapos, 5 times 7, 35/53 e to the 70 cosine 2t. So, ito yung integral natin. Tapos, may plus c tayo, di ba? Then, yung left side, okay, ito dapat tayo. Ito na yung integral na nakuha natin, tas may plus c, tas yung left side, copy, x e to the 70. X e to the 70. Okay, kung gusto nyong isolve lang si x, divide nyo both sides by e to the 70. Okay, so cancel ito. X is, so distribute yung e to the 70 dito sa tatlong terms. So, makakancel nyo si e to the 70 dito sa first two terms, right? Matitira is 10/53 sine 2t plus 35/53 cosine 2t plus, so c over e to the 70, or gusto nyo iangat nyo si e to the 70, magiging negative exponent siya. Magiging c e to the negative 70. Pero, kukuhain pa natin si C. Ano yung sabi? Initial conditions ay 0. So, therefore, at t is 0, x is 0 dapat. Yun yung sabi ng initial condition is 0. At time t, or whatever independent variable you have, at t is equal to 0, dapat yung value ng function is 0. So, palit natin ngayon. 0 is equal to 10/53 sine 2 times 0 plus 35/53 cosine 2 times 0 plus c e to the negative 7t 0. So, sine 0 kasi is 0. Cosine 0 is 1. Tapos, e to the negative 7 to the 0 is 1. So, anong natira? 0 is equal to 35/53 times 1 na lang yan plus c times 1. Or 35/53 na lang to, tsaka c. So, i-distribute nyo, i-transpose nyo ngayon si 35/53 sa kaliwa, masasolve na si c as negative 35/53. So, therefore, yung pinaka-final answer, so copy lang yung general solution, pero papalitan natin itong c ng value niya, which is negative 35/53. Okay, so this is the particular solution. Kapag wala kayong constant sa solution nyo sa DE, particular solution yun. Pero pag may constant, general solution yun. Okay. So, ano na tayo? Part B. part B. O sige, tuloy na lang natin yung part B sa next tutorial since naka 1 hour na rin tayo. So abangan nyo, magsasolve pa tayo ng more examples on review sa differential equations. Okay? Yan, hello sa ating mga viewer. Ay, may nag-comment. Hello sa Project Padayon. Thank you, Project Padayon. And kay Carl Kitalig. Okay, hi. Sige, so hanggang dito muna yung ating video tutorial. See you on my next one. God bless everyone. Bye-bye.